Alright guys, we're back. It's Ben and Josh from Wrench Fetish. And we are now on our way back. We are on the return leg from being at Hershey. Hershey Fall Swap Show, American Antique Automobile Club of Australia, America.
So, if you ever do go there and you wonder what the smell of poop is, there's a treatment plant right next to the car show field that we didn't find till the end.
I would say the car quality in the show was top-notch, of the highest order.
If you're into highly optioned stock 50s, 60s cars.
Yeah.
We didn't even look at the Model A's, like brass cars.
Yeah, I'm going to say that as beautiful as everything was, it's not my favorite type of car show.
We decided to play a game, and you can play along with your friends next time you're out and about. Would you rather have a this or have a that? And the options pretty much flow down to, would you rather have a this for 30 minutes or that for a lifetime? And that makes a pretty fun game and a show that you normally wouldn't really get too much enjoyment out of the cars. Because you can always look at two cars and say, what would I do to that car if someone handed me the keys? And what would I do with that car if I had to keep it?
I like that it helped me kind of narrow down a better appreciation for a car that I've romanticized for a long time, but I was able to see in person. Two cars, actually.
Okay.
The R33 Skyline GTR, there was one there. They're going to be somewhere around here, I think. But I also saw a 90s Acura NSX, which was a American sold car that was considered Honda's supercar at the time. Rear engine, or mid-engine, rear-wheel drive platform. Great car, but it was an automatic. And I I love this car. But then we get down to, all right, well, what would you rather have? Would you rather have this Acura NSX with an automatic, or this factory fresh RX-7 with a 5-speed?
Yeah. And then it turned into, would you rather have the beautiful Land Cruiser that was next to that?
Yep.
Or the Econoline van that was flat-nosed and awesome?
Which we completely disagreed on.
Yeah.
I would have gone snub-nose Econoline.
Yeah, I would have gone full off-roading awesome. Yeah.
But later on, about 45 minutes later, we both agreed that we would have traded either of those two for the Dodge Power Wagon.
Yeah.
The 40-something.
The game gets interesting the more you look at cars and you start really prioritizing the two.
What is it that you want out of the vehicle?
Yeah.
Yes.
It makes fun.
So there's definitely there's a lot to be said for the value of a vehicle based on how you plan to use it, how you think you would use it, and what you think that car would take up. What part of your heart could that car take up? Now, there were a lot of cool, interesting cars that I also don't want to be caught dead trying to beat on, because I don't feel that they would be reliable enough.
Yeah.
Like Triumph Roadsters. I love those cars. I think they're a beautiful car. I think they're a very interesting looking classic British sports car. But they're also notoriously unreliable. They have weird charging systems, and they're just not good.
Then you start wondering, if someone handed you the keys to something like that versus an 80s Corvette, you start wondering in 30 minutes, would that Triumph still be running?
Yeah.
And would the Corvette still have tires?
There's a good chance. Yeah.
And then you start prioritizing, once again, differently. Like,
yeah, what do you want to do with this car? Like, what do we see? There was a Datsun 1600, which is a really cool late 60s Datsun 2-seater roadster.
Yeah.
And it reminds me a lot of, like, a Triumph. It's along the lines of an MGB or a Triumph Roadster. Super cool little car, and that was parked next to a like a 67, 68 Camaro, which had a 3. So anyhow, we've gone. We didn't come back with a lot of trinkets from the swap meet. I'll say we did find a few things. Let's see.
We're gonna do a what's
let's
in the
play
trunk.
what's in the back seat. Yeah, why not? You're driving and I got time.
Yeah.
Oh, look at my back, everyone. Can you see that my muffin top has gotten smaller? YouTube. So, we got. Hold on, let me get safe. Safety's no accident.
Yeah.
This, we have a 68 and 67 Ford Cortina, auto book. It's an auto book from Auto Press Limited by Philip H. Smith. It's the workshop manual, and this includes Lotus. There's all kinds of stuff. The cover's a little questionable.
So why did we buy a moldy book for $1?
Because
all kinds of old cars.
Yeah, that guy's got the Nova. He's got the Impaler, or maybe a
couple
Biscayne
behind there.
So, a certain Ford family member, and no, that's not a play on. He likes Fords. He does like Fords, but his name is also Ford. He used to have a Cortina, and he loved it. And this is the kind of thing that you find for people, and you're like, I'll pay $1 for that to put a smile on someone's face.
Yeah.
Then we also found for $1.
Another oldie. Sorry.
Yeah. What's it,
Lots.
Bonneville?
Yeah.
It's weird, in Pennsylvania, they don't salt the road so the cars don't rot out. People just put stuff out in their farm fields or in their front yard. Yeah, out in the yard.
Super shiny, awesome shit everywhere.
So then we got this. This is the Iskandarian.
Iski cams.
Iskandarian. You'll see the flames are shooting out of this car's exhaust holes, out of his portholes.
Tiburon.
His flaming portholes. That this man wants to go fast, or else he wouldn't accept flames coming out of his portholes near his head holes.
Iski was a name that there was a lot of stickers on cars back in the 70s and 80s. Iski made a lot of hop-up stuff.
Performance. What's
weird shit.
What's in here? Let's see what Marvin Graham, the drag car, is fronting. Camshafts. Ooh, the hard face series. Roller series. Iski valve train weapons. Look at these adjustable rockers for Ford 332 and 428s. So these are the type of rockers that I actually have in my Falcon. And this little unit here adjusts up and down to accommodate for different length push rods or different deck heights on motors. So there you could deck a head down, you could either bump up or down your compression ratio based on your deck height, and you would have rockers that would accommodate for it. So that would work in a lot of different builds. You would need that if you had some weird bastard build like I have. And they have stuff for roller rockers. Look at these.
They had cams for Packards in there.
This has beef guts and precision. That sounds like
so that book's what, 76?
75 catalog.
All right, so old catalogs like that, if you ever need to cross-reference something,
yeah,
that's a good way to do it.
Yeah,
you can see what motor families. It's neat to educate yourself, flip through old catalogs like that. You'll find weird fitment things between different model cars.
Yeah,
kind of cool. Yeah,
but you're in. So on our way back to our parking spot, as we're walking out, a lot of people are packing up, and we're like, J-Sides over here throws out, maybe we should just come back in like a half an hour and check the tree line, see what people leave behind. And no sooner than no more than 30 seconds
as
after
we go to trip on trash bags.
We go to step over something, and I find this sucking gas and hauling ass.
Yep.
We found this, and I like to imagine that there's some man named like Joe Bob that is missing his special tags, and he's yelling at a woman named Trixie who done had left him behind. Damn it, Trixie! Trixie, where'd you leave my special tags, Trixie? I wanted them! But Joe Bob, you get too upset when you get all angry like that. You start acting crazy. You're scaring me, Joe Bob. You're scaring me. Damn it, Trixie, I told you them's as precious to me.
Insert cartoon over this.
I'd like to imagine the cartoon will be done, but I'll probably never do the cartoon.
We'll do the cartoon.
But yeah,
I'll help you do the cartoon.
So this was free, and it's got dirt on it, and I found it on the side of the thing. And this is like the same equivalent of trail treasure that we find when we're out riding.
Trail trinkets.
Or whatever we need. So that's there.
Yeah. Racket. These guys don't know how to tow. They ran over the strap as they're trying to. We're going to pass them. I wonder if. Can you just grab that and we go by these guys?
Hey, we're gonna do something real quick here.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They had tension while we. Now, mind you, you can't even tow cars in certain states on Sunday.
What?
Learned that the hard way. North Carolina, you're not allowed to tow a car on Sunday.
Is that the Lord's day?
It's the day of the Lord.
The day the Lord said, "Thou shalt not tow an automobile." What I'd like to know is, when did somebody have that revelation that the Lord didn't like it? Do you believe that they spoke?
Ask me how I figured this out when I went to go buy a tow strap on a Sunday to tow a Torino home behind a Honda Civic.
How'd
Yeah.
that go?
Well, the Torino ran.
How about the Honda when you were done?
The cable was just dragging between the two cars as we carefully.
Like what we just witnessed.
We tandemed the shit out of that thing.
So
I wish I had a picture. I had a CRX for years and I loved it. It got a great mileage. It was cool. I bought another CRX for like $500 off this kid that did not run, and we towed it home behind the other CRX.
Yes,
So it was a gruesome twosome. And when we hit the highway part of the trip,
a CRXX.
we were passing cars at 60 miles an hour in tow.
All right.
Yeah, it was epic. We made it all the way to the house. At the time, I had a driveway that had a hill. Only house in the neighborhood. As we got to the top of the hill, the cable snapped, and the CRX that was in tow went rolling down the hill backwards into the street and into the neighbor's yard. Then we used the Torino to pull it up into the driveway.
So I'm gonna throw out there as a thought, and I'd like to see people also describe somewhere in either the comments or maybe make your own video response, because I think towing stories are always some of the funnier ones, because
Oh, snap.
269 Mustangs sitting side by side with hood scoops and fastbacks. Yep. That's a 428 Cobra Jet car. It's one heck of a car. It's an American Mustang. And there's two of them. That 39 Plymouth, and then a whole pile of vets. Time to drive.
With those drivetrains in the middle of nowhere,
Yeah.
that clean.
Anyhow,
Anyway, yeah.
those are two pretty significant cars. They were of high value to me to see. Those were as cool for me to see today as almost anything else that we saw.
Except we saw a couple of those similar built
Yeah.
cars.
Hey man,
Anyway,
it's been fun chatting with you
Yeah.
while we drive. Want
I
you
know
to
there's no wrench in hand, but
There is no wrench in hand, but this has been.
This is still the lifestyle.
Anyways, we're gonna be back later. There's gonna be some more stuff coming, hopefully, and I did not forget that I'm supposed to be posting more stuff about my build. I did not forget. I
even think if there's footage issues, I think you should at least do a detailed rundown and maybe some still shots of things. That you
silence your mouth balls.
Okay,
I will do something.
do it.